Kamala Harris just addressed the nation.
Good for her.
I can't be the only one who's super like...
Careful. We're recording.
Oh boy.
I just don't care anymore, bro. I'll be so dead ass. I just don't care anymore.
I'm right there with you, man.
I don't care. Okay.
That's gotta be the cold open.
I just don't care anymore. Hello, and welcome back to Are You the Asshole? A weekly podcast that we like to do here at the IUS Horizon and our own Chable.
Oh! Welcome back to the show where Nick struggles to read.
Guys, the Durst demons are still here.
I forgot all about that.
So, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still illiterate this week, but, hopefully 1 week I'll know how to read.
You know what's funny about that? The Halloween special is already out, but in terms of pacing, this is coming out like November 18th. So the timeline is so screwed up. But,
guys, it's the multiverse.
Yeah.
True.
So, welcome back. We have a couple stories for you today. We'll get right into it. Am I the asshole for telling my mom it wasn't cute or funny to dress me up as a hot dog instead of a princess? Real.
Depends how old you were.
I'm already worried. Okay.
We had camera malfunctions last week, so we're all on edge.
So, there's this new Target commercial going around where a little girl dresses as a hot dog, and it came on while my family was watching a scary movie.
How old is this?
Yeah, it's gotta be
20 female. I'm home from college for the weekend and brought my boyfriend. And my mother, 57 female, decided it would be hilarious to mention that she'd made me a hot dog costume as a kid. Except the way she told the story, it was my request. She said that all the girls wanted to be Disney princesses, but I had asked to be a hot dog.
That's sick.
And she'd gone out of her way to make me that costume.
Wow.
This is not what happened. And I said as much. What actually happened is that I wanted to be Snow White and had told everyone, including the teachers, that I was going to be Snow White. I was obsessed with that movie as a kid to the point where I would actually get invested in doing chores because I was cleaning up just like Snow White. My dad and I would watch that movie all the time, and I was excited to be Snow White for Halloween, especially because my ballet studio was doing a princess dance for Halloween, and we'd all sign up to be special princess slots. And I'd shown up early with my dad the week before so I could get Snow White, or get the Snow White slot. My mother decided that she wanted to be quirky and that Snow White was a bad role model after I got in trouble for trying to cook for my family. Was it that bad?
How old is she at this point? 4?
Is that what it said?
It doesn't specify how old she is in this story, like in the recanted tale.
I mean, we're probably talking like 4 to 9 range.
That's where I'm
You'd hope so.
I feel like you would, if you were like 8, I feel like you would remember.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to be Snow White, my mom made me
Right.
be a hot, I feel like you had to be like very close to toddler age for you not to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to still also be so bad that you got in trouble for cooking dinner. Like,
Why are we letting our child cook dinner?
first off, yes. And first off, as someone that works in the food industry, how shite is your food that you get grounded for cooking?
Dude, don't clown on Snow White. Hot dog Snow White.
Hot dogs.
My bad.
That would be the combo. She has like the dress over the hot dog costume.
It's like a Fall Guys character. or
Sounds
something.
like a concept for like a Limp Bizkit album. It's the repeat to
Yes.
the hot dog flavored water.
That'd be a sick album cover.
That would.
What would it be called? White weenie? Is that what you, I don't know.
Snow Weenies.
Snow Weenie's good.
That sounds like a punk band.
You got
Yeah.
a lot of underlying messages there.
Yeah.
We're not going to delve into it, but yeah. So, anyways, my mother in this story wanted to be quirky, and that's where we were. And she told me that Snow White was a bad role model and that she got in trouble for cooking dinner.
Ooh.
Oh, we just answered our question. You were spot on. I was about 8.
Oh my gosh.
Look at Josh.
The comments are going to say pre-read. They're going to say that you already read this story and that you're a cheater.
You're like, I'm like slowly like typing.
I'm like, Josh, what you looking at over there?
Song?
So, and I tried to make hot dogs. Like how she made food for the dwarves in the movie, and I made a mess. My mom surprised me on the day with this crappy hot dog suit and told me if I didn't wear it, she'd never let me watch Snow White again.
What?
She took 1,000,000 pictures.
I want to see what it looked like.
The other girls teased me for months, and it was one of the most humiliating moments of my childhood. I told the real story and mentioned that I got through the day by pretending that she was the evil queen making me dress in rags, and the rags happened to be a garbage meat costume.
What an adjective.
She got really quiet after that. And after we left, my brother says she was crying and looking at pictures from that Halloween. I didn't want to make my mom cry, but it's a shitty memory for me, and it felt like she was trying to humiliate me all over again in front of my boyfriend.
Dude, get over yourself.
Right?
Yeah.
TLDR, I called my mom out for forcing me to be a hot dog for Halloween and humiliating me as a child after she brought up the story pretending I wanted to be. Am I the asshole?
Yes.
Oh, so it's the question is the daughter the asshole?
Yes.
Yeah. Let it go.
You were 8, dude.
That's fair.
I remember so many things I was obsessed with when I was 8. And like, looking back on it now, I wish that that's my sense of humor now.
Yeah.
Like, I would 100% dress up as a hot dog over the theme. Is similar to the Halloween episode where you didn't get to see that part, but the Barbie story with the Batman.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just way funnier. Like, if you can't look back at that and go, okay, that was kind of funny.
Yes.
Like, why are we traumatized?
I mean, I think the only reason is because she said she was teased for months by other people at school.
But they're wrong. Like, those kids are wrong.
Yeah, it's more the kids are the assholes for doing it than the actual I feel like dressing them as a that's not like, I saw kids at Halloween, these are dressed up as a banana.
Dude, okay, I have a confession. At my house this year, we had a bowl for candy. This is actually
and then a bowl
insane.
for hot dogs?
We had a bowl of loose hot dogs. I'll show the picture.
And I'll send it
to you to put up.
Crazy.
What the f***?
Did y'all have buns next to it? Oh my god.
So
What one hot dog? Policeman, dude.
you gotta put that up. You gotta.
I like how it's just like it's not even like Halloween.
Dude, one hot dog per person, please.
Look at how wet they are.
Oh, God. Bro, it looks like you oiled them up.
Here's what's even worse. Kids were taking them.
No!
Was that a joke?
Yes, it was a joke. Like,
Okay.
they were intended to stay there. That's 4 packs of hot dogs.
God.
By the end of the night, there was 1 pack left. Okay, here's... sorry to go on this side tangent, but...
Oh my god.
We had ran out of candy, right? And
Yes.
I was on my way back home. I have a little sister. We were walking around with her. So I went back home real quick to make sure there was no candy, whatever. As I walked through the front door, this little girl walks up. And I had saved a pack of Skittles for myself out of the bowl because we did king size this year.
Oh, there you go.
And I was like, oh, I feel really bad. Because like this girl walked up and she's just got to look at a bowl of hot dogs. So I was like, okay, I'll give you, I was like, here, do you want these? And she was like, oh, yes. And she was excited, and I felt good. Then she reached down into the hot dog bowl and took 2 hot dogs, double-fisted hot dogs, and then walked down the street eating them both.
It's like a It's like a Family Guy
That's
sketch.
crazy.
I swear, it was so... Anyway, sorry to go on that side tangent for no reason.
I gotta go. Is she the asshole? Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like it's just with time.
You gotta let that go.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Reddit voted not
Really?
the asshole. Top comment, not the asshole, wow. What a shit move by your mom.
Dude.
And to do an 8-year-old. And to an 8-year-old.
Okay, about to
I'm
say.
glad you told the truth and stood up for yourself. I hope she learns. Geez, what a witch. I'm sorry that happened.
This is what I've learned about Reddit.
It sounds like people on Reddit just have horrible relationships with their parents.
Well, what I learned, and I told you, we may do a video on like stories we rejected, and one I saw was a lot of people, whether they agree or disagree, it's not like, yeah, you should let it go. It's always, not only is your mom the asshole, she's a witch, you should disown her. Like,
Yeah.
people, they go 100 no matter what side they take.
It's just like that sense, I don't know what it is, like you just feel like you validate everybody.
Literally.
And like that's what Reddit is to me, is like, all right, I know I'm not the asshole, so I'm gonna post about it and you're gonna validate me. And it's so satisfying when like there is like a community that sways the exact opposite way, and then they're doing all the edits and it's like, wait, guys, no, wait. I'm not an asshole, I swear.
Please stop. Guys, please leave me alone. Another
Yeah.
one, not the asshole. She clearly had a different perspective and you set her straight. Just because someone cried doesn't mean they're the victim in this. True.
Oh, yeah.
Especially
Fair.
if the truth is not only did you not want to not want to wear the hot dog, but she threatened your favorite movie as a result. That's a bit much, I'll be honest.
Did anyone say asshole? Or is it just us?
Well, I feel like with most things, it's like, yeah, I guess like the mom, like, you can't watch your favorite movie. I'll agree that's like an extreme punishment, but I don't think like, right, I can say right now, my Halloween costumes, if I trick-or-treated while I was 12, I was Spider-Man for 7 of them, and I couldn't tell you what the other 5 were.
Yeah.
Like, and those are the closer to 8 range. So I'd say asshole, but not like a, wow, you're such an asshole. I just think she's wrong in the story because
Yeah.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, just like have some hindsight. Like, all right, you got to be able to laugh at yourself, or you're never gonna like.
Yeah,
Grow.
I think that's fair.
I get it. You've got a boy over. It's embarrassing, but like,
Sure.
if the boy also can't laugh at it, like,
That's fair.
He doesn't have humor.
right.
That's fair. I will say, given the details of the situation, I'm gonna go not the asshole.
Whoa.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think. I mean, because I can see from her perspective where she was like, I was teased.
For
you know,
sure.
like she said, this was one of the most humiliating moments of my childhood. So I can understand if they're a person that has, isn't really good with moving on and stuff like that.
For sure.
From like a genuine perspective, I do agree with you.
And
I
that's a
think-
that's a
Gotcha.
practice skill. Like,
Yes.
like I'm no like hard ass or anything, but I've gotten very good at
Yes.
letting things go, especially
Me
like
too.
young as like my younger self. And it's ironic because I hate therapy.
I'm right there with you.
Hey, don't we all?
All right. And it's going to do it.
So yeah, on to the next one.
I'm gonna give you the choice.
Gotcha.
We've got a bug-related story that may or may not be AI,
Gotcha.
or an unbug-related story. It's up to you.
I feel like we've been on a bug streak for a while, so I think maybe a nice
non-bug?
nice change of pace. So this is like no AI. This is just a
No AI. This is just a real Reddit story. So I did the thing on Reddit where you can type "Am I the asshole?" and then in the search bar filter keywords.
Right.
Yeah.
So for this, I did "Am I the asshole?" insane.
Gotcha.
So I was just trying to find crazy people. This one was an interesting situation with several edits. So I was like, I didn't find it too personally insane, but the edits make for good conversation. So I was like, why not? Am I the asshole for not wanting to sleep in the basement with children during our family visit?
Off rip no.
My boyfriend and I, aged 38 and 30, live in the same city, about 30 minutes away from his brother.
That's a good age difference.
There's a note there in a moment.
Oh, good.
His sister was visiting from out of state and staying at his brother's larger house. We were invited to stay the weekend with our 2 dogs, and we typically stay in the basement so that our dogs are placed away from their cats. They also have 2 dogs to get along, so there's 6 pets total. 4 dogs, 2 cats. It was determined before we arrived that our nieces and nephew, 4 total, ages 7 through 12, were going to have a sleepover in the basement with us. We asked to sleep in an empty bedroom upstairs, but we were told no due to the cats upstairs and their issues and anxiety with unfamiliar dogs. They then told us that if we weren't willing to have a sleepover with the kids, then it was up to us to tell them. The kids obviously did not take it the greatest, as it was apparently promised we would sleep with them. We loved the kids and would not normally mind sleeping with them, but we had the dogs, and honestly we just wanted to sleep since we were up early that morning and the kids just wanted to stay up and watch TV.
Just to have like a New Year's Eve party.
Yep. The kids kept bringing up their disappointment and their parents basically threw us under the bus.
Dang.
It came to an explosion when my boyfriend's sister said she couldn't believe that we didn't want to sleep in the basement and thought that we'd want to spend time with them. This led to a small argument between the two, and my boyfriend stormed out of the house. I talked him down in the car, and his brother offered a room upstairs now. Somehow it's acceptable for us to sleep up there. The amount of tension due to this laughable scenario was insane. That's where the key word came in.
Gotcha.
They basically made it out that we ruined the weekend because we didn't want to sleep in the basement with a group of kids. Are we the assholes?
You torn on this one?
I am.
Really?
Because, listen,
Give me with it.
as someone that has 2 sweet little cats at home that are both anxious,
That's what you're worried about, though.
I can understand.
Okay.
Making your anxious cats more anxious is a good way to get some, stains around your house. Let's put it that way. But also, they aren't the assholes for wanting to sleep with a bunch of kids, because I am not going to want to sleep with a bunch of smelly toddlers or small children that, are going to, watch TV and say skibbity toilet all night.
Right.
Thank you.
Right. What were you going to say?
I was just gonna say, I'm sure we've all done it. You've been on a road trip, maybe some kind of flight, where like you get home, you've been up all day.
Let me sleep.
You're like,
Yes.
you're like, borderline, like, I don't want to sleep next to one person. Put me in a room and let me just go. And I've grown up with like my next youngest cousin, compared to me and my brothers, is 10 years younger than me.
Yeah.
So I, from a teenager, have dealt with 7, 8-year-olds.
Yeah.
It's like that. They just want to be like a sleepover. We'll play video games till 3 a.m.
Yeah, let's play and eat and...
Bro, I got work tomorrow.
Yeah, I
Go
can't-
to bed.
Right.
Can't do
I'm
it.
clocking to my 9 to 5, thank you.
Right.
Let me go to bed.
Send your ass to bed.
Play your Nintendo.
I'm going to unplug your internet. It's past your bedtime.
That's a callback to one of your guys' stories.
It was your childhood, wasn't it? Like their
Oh,
parents.
yeah.
Yes.
One of your stories, your real life experience growing up.
One of your made up scenarios. Edit, number 1.
Uh-oh.
Gotcha.
The explosion happened. That that sounds weird that's weird wording.
One of the children planted a bomb.
The C4 detonated after telling the parents that we'd just go home. Let the kids have the basement and we'd come back in the morning. Their response was something along the lines of, "Why is it such a big deal?" And then the argument happened. Edit 2. The decision for the sleepover was made without our knowledge or consent.
Whoa.
Okay, I did forget that detail. That is very fair.
Yeah.
Edit 3. The kids did not seem to care at all that we did not end up sleeping in the basement. Their biggest concern was that they couldn't sleep down there with each other.
Huh.
That's fair.
I get it.
It's
Kids,
interesting.
I mean, if it's not like a super traumatic event and I'm 8, I'm going to forget about it the next
Right.
day.
Well,
You give me
unless you were dressed up in a hot dog costume and
That's
then...
fair. That's fair. You'll take that to your grave.
Edit 4. I just realized that I'm 28, not 38.
I was gonna say that's a good age difference.
That's my favorite edit of the entire series. Easily.
I wonder, like, if you show the comments, how many people are like 38, 30?
Edit, I'm 28 now. 38.
I got it. It's so I keep always forgetting these. It's the couple. Are they the asshole?
Yes, the couple
Okay.
that wanted to sleep upstairs.
Okay, yeah, they're not the asshole.
No.
Right.
That would be me. That's
Yeah.
something I would do. It's something
For sure.
I would rationalize. I just can't.
For sure.
If it was discussed prior and some agreements had been made, it's different.
What I don't understand is the whole, it was made out very clear in parentheses, like, now it's okay for us to sleep in this room.
Yes.
Because we made it a big deal. It's like, why couldn't it have just been what it was? Why did we have to blow up the house, apparently?
Blow up the house.
Yeah, so not the asshole, that's what Reddit said.
Fair.
So I'm going with that one.
It wasn't insane, you know what I mean? Just the edits, it was
Well, I mean,
funny and quippy.
True.
I'd say it kind of like predetermining where somebody's going to sleep. Be like, hey, I know you're an adult and you can make your own decisions, but guess what? You're sleeping there.
Right.
Which I understand it's your house, but you know,
Yeah.
maybe not with the children.
The chitlins. All right.
Let's do it.
Hey guys, we got some information for you on the Are You the Asshole channel. Additional information will be in the link in the description below, but if you want early access to episodes not posted to the Horizon Media page, which is where we go to school right now, tune into our channel, Are You the Asshole? Episodes are dropping at noon as opposed to 5 on our other channel, and we will also be giving you some behind-the-scenes exclusive looks into the content we post and the content we create on our page. So tune in, you don't want to miss out. It's some pretty good stuff.
All right, boys, ready for this?
I think so.
Am I the asshole for not wanting my brother to marry his fiance?
Depends.
Depends. So my future sister-in-law, 25, is breathtakingly stupid.
Such a nice adjective.
And I cannot stand her, and I do not want her to be the mother of my future nieces and nephews.
Wow.
Very opinionated.
So how this is broken up, they're very small, one-sentence paragraphs that are telling stories to describe the apparent stupidness of this person, okay? Our father lost his leg below the knee in an accident before my brother and I were even born. And when she came over our house to meet me and my parents, she said, "Oh, it's crazy how brother and me didn't inherit that." We all laughed uncomfortably thinking it was a bad joke. She didn't laugh, even after my brother explained it isn't a genetic defect, it was from an injury. She still thought there was a possibility that my brother or I would be born with a missing leg. She told us she believed in Santa until she was 16, and her parents had to break it to her and broke her heart. You know the joke, the pee is stored in the balls? She thought that was real.
Oh, that's my quick tidbit. That's my favorite piece of misinformation. I say that every day.
That's not real?
Fun. Yeah. It is real, Jordan. Don't let anybody tell you differently, okay? Guys, pee is stored in the balls.
You ready for the...
Okay, sorry, I'm super paranoid today.
Like we said earlier, we had mishaps before. And here's the kicker. She asked my brother how come pee didn't come out whenever they had sex.
What does come out?
Nothing.
Yeah. I believe it's...
What is sex?
I believe it's...
You see, Jordan, it's when the birds and it's when...
Oh, I've heard about the birds and the bees. They love each other.
Yep.
They fly around and
Yep. Just a little bit.
they get all buddy-buddy.
I think I found our topic for next week. She commented that she never sees pink lemons in the store. She literally thought pink lemonade was made from pink lemons. She did not realize Donald Trump the actor and Donald Trump the president were the same person.
I love that they say actor, not businessman.
Yeah, like what is
Home Alone 2
Yeah,
is his
Home
biggest
Alone
credit.
The Apprentice or whatever that was. She once tried to look at the solar eclipse without sunglasses, despite my brother, parentheses, several people, pleading her to keep them on.
I've done that before, for the record.
She thought blood diamonds meant they were made from actual blood, and we found out because she asked, how come the diamonds aren't red? She thought in order to play for a city sports team, you had to be from that city. So it confused her when one of our players got traded. She asked, well, what other team do we have here? This is my favorite. She didn't think platypuses were real. She once tried to correct me when I mentioned something being $100 million. She goes, don't you mean a billion? Because she didn't think 100 million was a real number. She thought it was 99 million and then a billion. She thinks the moon gives off light. I try to tell her it's the reflection from the sun, and she argued with me saying that couldn't be true because the sun was down behind the earth, and if it was lighting the moon, it would light up the entire world. She thought Obama did the I Have a Dream speech.
Oh my gosh.
Gosh, this isn't real.
Yeah,
I could go on for days about how much of a dumbass she is. She's been with my brother since he was in college. She literally said she didn't want to go to college because it seemed super hard. I have such a hard time being around her.
You think?
I do not understand what the my brother sees in her. I do not get it. He's a software engineer making 6 figures, and she works as a hairdresser. So I see why she's with him. I want to ask him why he would want to marry such a moron. Like, it's embarrassing when she talks and he brings her around the people he works with. I would be mortified if I was him. Last bit. I asked my, I'll scroll down. Can you please not? Thank you. I asked my parents about having an intervention with him after he announced that he was proposing to her, and they told me no, and that they thought she was sweet, and that my brother considers her his best friend, and they will work well together. Does no one else worry she could make a terrible decision and severely affect my brother? Or when they have kids, she could put them in harm's way? What could she possibly teach them? It's not a matter of her being innocently stupid. She could honestly have some real-life consequences to being this dim-witted. Am I the asshole for even suggesting this?
I mean,
I'm both ways.
Before we go into it, can I read? There's only one comment that really, because people, I'll tell you what they said. This person, if this was 20 years ago, I'm pretty sure you're talking about my cousin.
That's good.
And that was...
Did it say how old they were? Sorry, I forgot.
No, but it says
Okay.
sister-in-law's 25, so...
Around the same age.
And they said they were both in college, so give or take a year at most.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm torn.
Yeah, because it's like, yes, you care about your brother and you want him to be successful, but it's also not your relationship.
But also there's more to a person than brains.
Yes.
That's
Like,
100%
you've
true.
got personality out. Like, you don't have to be the smartest person in the world to be funny or care about something.
Yeah.
Or have good qualities, like, just because you don't know that
Like her parents said, she's really sweet.
she's special.
Well, it's like a mother to a kid. It's like, well, if she's really sweet, that's like one of the top 3 requirements to be like a mom is to be... Like, the way I saw this, it's like, what could she possibly teach them? I'm like, my parents were, I would say, were kind of smart when I was a kid. They didn't teach me anything academic. That was school's job. You know what I
True.
mean? What parents teach you is life skills,
Yeah.
like social, like those kind of things that don't pertain, because a lot of those are kind of academic. The only one where I thought there was 2 in there where I truly thought, or 3 that really thought were stupid. The 100 million because of math.
Yeah.
Yes.
The platypus and Obama.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Obama one's
That last
rough.
one could do some serious damage.
The blood diamond one, it's kind of like, yeah, but you're not like a jewelry person, and like maybe the rich people are like, they put a drop of blood in the diamond and it makes it.
I mean, but you could make that convincing.
Yeah, the only time you're like really gonna make somebody mad is if that's something like super politically tied about. They're like, I can't believe you say something insensitive like that.
Well, the kicker to all this was, I feel like, because a lot of people, it's very torn. So you know how Reddit, if people don't know the page, it will say asshole, not the asshole up top, but it's still the comments. Reddit deemed asshole, but when I dove into the comments, it was very mixed. And the plea for the asshole people, similar to what Nick said, not your relationship, other factors play a role in a relationship besides what's academic, and you should keep out. That was the asshole side. Not the asshole is kind of like a spin on the same thing. It's like you were being concerned for someone, and there's I can't find it, but there was a story in there about someone who was harmed because someone was like that much of an idiot.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So that's why like the closing statement of, it's not a matter of instantly stupid, there are real life consequences.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, I don't know, man. That's a good story.
For me, it's if stupid bug. If the brother was inherently upset with his
Yeah.
relationship, then there's merit and some validation to be upset there. But like at one point, is it maybe him just being jealous that she might be stupid, and he could also be biased in that, right? At one point, is he just jealous that they're happy and in a relationship? Because that could be another factor to
You mean the
look
sister?
at. Yeah, or
It's sister.
yes.
Sister.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
And something in there that someone pointed out in the comments. The brother makes 6 figures, software engineer, and she's a hairdresser. Hairdressers make pretty good in
If
terms
they're
of like
doing weddings, dude,
yeah, I'm telling you,
they're
like,
making good money.
like you get tipped a lot. It doesn't say if you own a salon, you make a lot of money. So like I
Yeah.
feel like that kind of dig seems a little bit more personal.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it would be like I feel like I feel like people who work at like Great Clips and like normal salon people.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, they're fine. Like it
They're
doesn't
fine.
matter. I would, if it's up to me, I would say like because I can kind of appreciate like, dude, there's something seriously up with this. But at the end of the day, not your relationship. In your story, you repeated your brother saying, "Love of my life, best friend."
Yes.
The parents who, I'm going to go ahead and assume are probably around them as a couple more than you are,
Yeah.
and they say she's good, means they kind of have a better sense, so I have to go asshole.
Yeah, and if
Yeah.
and if the husband or boyfriend, fiance, whatever their situation is thinking about proposing, so boyfriend, if he's not upset, like you said, it's what are you even talking about?
Literally.
You're
Mind
speaking.
your own business.
It was. I got selfish vibes the minute she was like my nieces and nephews.
Literally.
Yeah.
It's
they're
like
not your children.
okay.
Yeah.
And if it's that, and if you're that worried about it, then step up and be active in their life.
Exactly. Like,
Oh
there's-
my.
dude,
Just saying.
they had this whole story. It kind of like hits me with like, because I get like, yeah, you might have in-laws, you won't get. I feel like there's deep-seated issues. Like
100%.
Like, yeah, she said some things are really dumb, but I feel like there maybe it's the way she talks. She's a hairdresser. Maybe she's very like vanity, and that can cause like a
Yeah.
thing. Like for example, like my girlfriend's like sister is like a genius. So like I got like the total opposite of this, and you learn about people's like personality because she's like in like master's programs. I'm like, even if she was an idiot, like she'd still be like really cool, welcomes me in her home, invites me, like
Right.
like it would
Yeah.
like I don't see the academic side as being like a characteristic. I'm like, oh, it's just something you do, but as a person, win, lose, or draw, high school dropout, master, you would still be this cool person that I like hanging
Right.
out with.
And it's like to a certain extent too, like you almost can't control how intelligent or unintelligent you are. There are certain things you can do to improve that, but there's definitely something you can do about being sweet or being an ass. And like you said, the parents said she's fine, so I think she's fine. I think the sister just needs to mind her own business and.
Asshole.
Dude, he's
Huge
speaking
asshole.
facts.
Oh, I'm telling you, he's like really you.
I locked in today. I forgot how to read, and then I was like, guys, I got to bring some insightful information. Everyone thinks I'm illiterate.
That is the kicker of you can't read a paragraph to save your life, but you can come up with the most inspirational off the dome quotes that
should be a
anyone's ever.
speaker.
That's what I'm saying. Like how people are like, he doesn't need a teleprompter. That's you. You would do worse with one. You just need to go off the dome piece.
Yeah.
All right, so that's I think gonna do it for the episode.
Asshole of the
I
week.
was gonna say asshole of the week.
I'm giving
I
it
think you
Josh.
have to have it.
Yeah.
I would.
Remind me yours again. It was the hot dog.
The 8-year-old in the hot dog costume.
That's gonna be mine.
I'm going with yours.
Yeah.
I'm going with Josh.
Say because both. I feel like we have a good vibe of like. I feel like that's a good mix of, hey, this is something really crazy because of some of the stuff she thought, but at the time you're kind of like, yeah, I could kind of see both sides, but at the end of the day, you're this.
Yeah.
I feel like those are the more.
You're just being selfish in that scenario.
yeah.
It's like selfish and then honestly really judgmental. Like I'm sure she's got other great qualities
Yes.
as opposed to not knowing how to read, I guess.
It's like, how would you define
Right.
smart?
Right.
And it's like people are worth more than their salary and their
Exactly.
intelligence
Exactly.
level. If you base
my-
it, if you
I'm
break
telling
it
you, he's
down,
cooking.
dude, if you break it down to just those metrics,
Hey.
Josh, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to edit this out, but you should go yourself.
Whoa!
I've had to be myself, dude. I think you and me just need to leave. Like he's got.
Yeah, you got
thing
this,
on.
man.
Have fun, man. All right. Well, as per usual, you can check us out. Find us Tuesdays and Fridays on the Horizon and our own YouTube channel. Again, link in the description for all these who want to check it out. Remember to stay off Reddit. We'll see you guys. I forgot. Literally,
Next time.
I literally forgot like what day. This is going on a Friday. See you Tuesday.